Making your mock may seem like a difficult task, especially when it's your first mock. But in this video, I'm going to be going in depth on how to make your first mock on screen here. You can see how to make something absolutely awesome looking to impress all your family and friends, and it's simple, and you can just keep practicing with it and keep getting better. So getting into it, there's a lot of different techniques we're going to use today, but starting off, something I like to do is I like to get just a big plate in the middle, and then I'll extend off of it by putting little plates next to it and then putting a plate on top of it to connect it to that plate. And you can do it with like just a bunch of different types of plates until it gets to making it look not super square, and it looks kind of round but not exactly. It looks detailed though. Just make sure that it looks really, really nice and it doesn't look stagnant, because we don't want that. Once you've done that, it's already looking pretty nice, but you're just going to want to get more of the same plates or any plates you can find and start putting it on top of that centerpiece plate, and make room for a little path in between. So put a little bit of each on both sides. So you can see there we have some, and then we'll do the same for the opposite side, and then we'll leave a little space in the middle to add a nice little path. Once you have those down, we're going to do the fundamentals of the path. So I would actually recommend using like a brown for this color. I personally just don't have that many brown plates, that's why I use tan. But you just want to put them in that little area you left open for the path, and there can be little spaces because we'll fill that in with other plates, like 1x2 plates later, and just keep filling it in. So we added those plates, and now we're going to get the 1x2 plates for detailing. And this is very important, because if you don't do this correctly, it can look very bland and boring, and you're just going to want to add a bunch of plates just on top of it, and you can stack them on top of each other more than once to add extra layering to it, but just make sure it looks really nice. As you can see there, that's really what it should look like throughout the whole thing. Alright, so as you can see, there's only two colors right now. So if you're doing like a tan path, you could add some brown plates into the path. If you're doing a brown path, you could add some tan plates in, just to add a little more color. And for the terrain, you could add dark green or lime green or just any other colored green to add a little extra detail. I don't have these pieces myself, so that's why I'm not doing this, but I definitely would recommend doing it. This is something I like to do personally. This isn't essential, but I would add some extra green plates around the path, like a stud higher than the path. I think it just makes the path look a little more like it's inside the ground instead of above it, and I think it looks a little bit better. Next, we want to get our foliage. This is super important, guys, super important. So you're gonna want to have like a piece of foliage every other stud, if more enclosed. And you could get some of these bamboo pieces, some of these little grass pieces, and you could stack them on top of each other to add an extra layer. I would definitely recommend stacking them on top of each other every once in a while, and make it in a random order. Don't make it like in the same order, so it looks random and natural, and it'll make a really good effect when it's all done. So once you have the foliage down, you're going to want to add some trees, because trees add a whole nother layer to it. And I actually have another tutorial. If you go on my YouTube channel, there's a playlist of all my tutorials. You can add more of them in here, but I'm just numbering a little bit of how this tree works. I would definitely go watch that tutorial, but basically you get the piece with all 4 studs on the side, and then you stack the leaves and you keep stacking them, but then as it goes up, it gets shorter and shorter. I have a tutorial on it. It's very simple. They are very breakable though, so you'd have to be careful with them. But if you have another design you want to use for a tree, also you could use that. This is just like a little forest mock, and then you want to add your minifigures, and then it just looks really great, you know? You could add knights, army figures, clone figures, really anything you want to make it. And guys, this is how you make your first mock. It's not that hard. You just gotta keep practicing and keep believing in yourself. So just keep building and keep getting it. One step you never want to forget is just to clean up. You don't want your Lego station to get all messy like mine really is. So you're just gonna put it in a bag or something. If you did enjoy, smash the like button, and if you don't want to miss out on any more content, make sure to subscribe. So have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.